Hi guys, I caved. I did. So I'm doing starts. It comes out to be $1, less than $1 plant. So this way, I just got them at Home Depot, and I know the ones at the nursery that were about an hour away were a lot more than these. I think these were $5.98 a pack. So broccoli, I can get up to two bunches off of each plant, the original head and then any side shoots. So I got 6 packs of those, or 4 packs of those, so there's 24 plants there. I got 4 packs of 4 of the cauliflower, and then 1 pack of 4 of the cabbage. Got paint supplies for getting ready to paint the fence for the goat fence. Got some of the seam tape for the metal roofing, screws for the metal roofing, and then I needed cleaning supplies for my my cleaning business, so that's what I got. Oh, and another thing I got, because we've been going through drill bits. We screw, we don't use nails, we use screws, and we pre-drill. So Gene has went through a ton of drill bits, and he was saying the other day that he wanted one that had the bigger bits. I think this is one of the ones he has. So we needed to replace most of these anyways, because like I said, he uses them for when we did the greenhouse and now the goat structure when we go to do the fence. So I just went ahead and picked this up. I think it was like 30 bucks. So it says $55 value, like if you were to buy it all separately. But anyways, so I just picked that up for him. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Butte Mountain Homestead. Today is going to be a really busy day for me. I'm going to take a load down to the brush pile of the cart, and then what plants I have pulled already. I'm going to pull the rest of the melons. I'm going to pull the green beans. That's going to take forever. I'm going to pull the peppers, and then when I'm done with that, I'm going to go, there's a nursery that I've talked about in the last couple of videos, about an hour, 45 minutes away, where I'm going to get a load of compost. I'm only getting 1 yard today because of all the projects that we have to do. I'm not sure that I'll get to getting the other yard dispersed. So instead of having it wash away when it starts raining, I'll just get it in the spring, or if I have time later this fall. So right now I'm just warming up my quad. I'm going to get the cart moved over to where I can get it loaded up. I've got long sleeves on and get my gloves on, and then I'm just going to get after it. Sometime in between there, we might be moving cows from one pasture to another, maybe. If the ranch truck needs to be used for getting some salt minerals, then I may have to get the compost tomorrow, so that's up in the air. We also want to get the roof on the goat structure done today because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so when we have that sub roof on. Oh, you don't know that because I don't have that video. Anyways, we got the sub roof on the goat structure, so we need to get that tar paper put on, and then get the galvanized metal roof put on. So there's that. So yeah, full day. Luckily I made supper, a big enough supper yesterday that it'll last through today. So, and lunches will be easy. So normal household chores. It's Friday now, so I do laundry on Fridays. Like I said, just real life, just trying to get it all crammed in. I did get a batch of bell peppers from my aunt. She gave me her excess, so I was able to get them, and I can get those chopped and get them in the freezer. Luckily, I don't have any tomato harvesting to do that's going to result in having to put them up. The other day, I got home at 7 o'clock at night, and my tomatoes were not going to last until today. So I processed 7 quarts of tomatoes that night. I got to bed about midnight. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause you for now, and then I'll turn you back on when I get out to the garden. One nice thing when we got this cart is it had like a 3-in-1 hitch, so it hooks up to my quad pretty easy. Jeans, we have to do a little bit of finagling, but hopefully you can hear me over this. Okay, so I'm going to take the pumpkins out. That experiment showed that they will not grow before the winter. I'm going to take out the zucchini today. If there's any, whatever's on there, I'll take out. There's a few little ones I see. So I'll take those out. Definitely need sleeves for that. There were some zucchini babies I found the other night. But yeah, I'm going to take the peppers out. The wasps have all but left. If there's a couple on there, they won't be that big of a deal. There are tomatoes, but I'll harvest those tonight. So I'm going to take out the honeydew. It's ready. I can't wait to get this bed staked up. What I'm going to do is there's a bunch of wooden 1x2s or 2x2s over there. Is I'm going to basically go around these whole beds, and I'm going to do the netting like I did on here, because once I did that, the chickens didn't get in here. So I'm going to do that. Let's see. I just need to, and I'll show you when I go to do it. But for right now, I'm just pulling plants. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to try to get these pulled today. We'll see. If anything, they'll need to be pulled tomorrow, but at least the compost will be here. But need to harvest that one honeydew. There's 2 or 3 little ones on there. I'll just give those to the chickens. That'll give my celery a chance to recover. So yeah, the peppers will be easy to pull. I'll just lower the netting and just yank them. And they're so covered in aphids, and I have plenty of peppers, so unfortunately they're just gonna go on the brush pile. So anyways, I'm gonna get after this. Sad looking tomatoes. They're still producing though, so let's see. And we got beets coming on. Just showing you real quick. Something's getting in there though, or something did get in there. See, disrupted all of those. Gene said he saw a squirrel yesterday, so most of those beets I need to resow. These are doing okay. There's some growing in here, so we'll see what we get. And I see the drip lines all kind of scattered around, so I need to put that back in place. Oh, the critters, I tell you. But that's how it goes. What I'm going to do is set you up on time lapse. I'm just going to be kind of flitting through there. But I've got most of the peppers pulled already. I just need to take them over to the cart. And I'm not sure the water's working to that bed very well. So I'm going to have to check all the emitters, which I would do anyways, because I have to move them aside to put the soil in there. So I was hoping the chickens would poke at those peppers. We'll see. Okay, so it's not pretty right now, but I got the bulk of the honeydew out, and then I gave all the unripe ones to the chickens. I shared some between the big girls and the little girls. Got the water filled on the little girls. So I just need to do bed cleanup, but I wanted to get them cleaned out. Green beans are going to wait for another day, because by the time I'm done with everything today, just getting these 2 beds prepped and all the other projects done, I don't even know if I'll be able to get these beds filled today. But at least I'm getting them cleaned out, so at least I'll have a head start. So I'm going to work really quick on the zucchini and the pumpkin here real quick. And I see Gene's down by the gate, so I'll see what he's up to. But yeah, it's kind of a shame. If I didn't need this bed for onions, then I would probably leave it just to see if the pumpkins do come to fruition before frost. But I need the bed for onions next week, so I want to get it prepped. And the melon bed, the melons and the peppers were covered in aphids. Like, I'm even feeling bad taking that down to the burn pile. But what I'll do today is I'm going to let the chickens do what they're doing right now. And then before I go get the compost, because that'll take me a while to unload, and we have to do the goat structure roof first. But I want to get some neem oil spread in there and get it kind of turned over, That way, hopefully it kills anything aphid-wise that's in there, or any eggs. So, and I see there's some wasps flying in around the zucchini, but that's okay. So I'm just going to get in there and break off those branches because, like I said, I'm wearing long sleeves, so I'm happy about that. And I thought Gene was coming up here, but he's not. But so I'm going to go ahead and put you on time lapse for this too. Okay, that was the easy part. Demo is usually the easy part. Now I just need to get that all carted or put over to the cart. I'm going to try to keep the pieces intact, but yeah, what's interesting about zucchini plants, if you haven't grown them before, is that they just keep adding onto the vine, and that's why they end up getting so big. But sometimes you have zucchini kind of hidden in there, so I think I got like 4 more. So I'll either have those for supper tonight, like make zucchini fritters, maybe tomorrow, because we're having leftovers tonight, so they'll last for a couple days. I have plenty in the freezer, so I'll just do zucchini fritters with those. They're a little too small to do like a deep fried zucchini. I like those to be like medium size. These are a little on the small side. So anyways, I'm going to get this off to the brush pile and then just keep going from there until Gene needs me. Okay, I've taken a few loads down to the brush pile, but now I'm just doing bed cleanup. It doesn't look like Gene needs me to move the cows because, let me take you over there, hold on. So that's the best I can show without going out there. I'm not going out there right now, but what they do is they open the bottom gate and then they put them in this lot way down there on the other end of the driveway, and then they kind of figure it out. So they smell where the the good stuff is. So the sedan came back, actually it was starting to bolt, so need to get the herd in there to get that mowed down before it goes to seed. So anyways, I'm now looking for my pruners, which is always my dilemma of looking for my pruners. But yeah, I'll take you back over to the beds. So tomorrow's supposed to be 74 and I'm home all day unless I need to go get compost. But tomorrow's going to be an awesome work day. So it'll be nice to get these beds planted. This is what I mean by using the 2x2s is I'm going to screw them up. I'm going to take these hoops out for right now. And then I'm going to screw these 2x2s and then wrap the netting around here. That'll keep the birds out. I don't know if it'll keep squirrels out. Gene saw 2 baby squirrels yesterday, so that might be the culprit on my beets. I know the celery is from the chickens because I've seen them do it, but that way I can get the rest of the beans harvested. Whatever's on there is still edible. Get those pulled and then get that amended and planted. So I'm kind of hoping, let me zoom out here. Kind of hoping to do that whole bed in carrots. I'm kind of hoping it'll be a spring harvest, but that's okay. I've had to buy carrots and I really don't like doing that. So if the chickens would quit eating my celery, I wouldn't have to buy celery either. But with them being netted up, they should be able to bounce back. There's 2 here or 3 here. And I think there's 2 in that bed maybe. But yeah, if I can get that all done in carrots, if that's what my growing chart shows, I think it does. We'll have to see. But I know this is cauliflower and broccoli. And I think these 2 beds were potatoes. But the broccoli will be done before the potatoes are ready. So we'll see. Tomatoes are going to go till frost. So I can't do that one in broccoli. It'll just have to sit a month or 2 over the winter. And which will be fine. I can put neem oil down and put a black tarp over it until it's time to do potatoes. I'll get them mended and then I'll get it covered. So hopefully anything in there will die. But yeah, I'll leave the tomatoes until the frost kills them. But I can get broccoli in here and cauliflower and maybe the cabbage. How many cauliflower do I have? 16? I I might just let the cauliflower just be in this bed, and then the cabbage out where the sweet potatoes were, and then that whole bed will be carrots. I'm out of beet seeds, so where the beets got pulled up is I might plant lettuce. So we'll see what happens. And then that bed will go until frost, and then I might just cover it because nothing grows there anyways because of there's not enough light. So I'll just let that go till frost. I think I had beets and carrots in there too, but I'll just have to adapt a little bit. So there's lots of stuff coming on red, especially on the other side. So anyways, yeah, I'm just getting this cleaned up, and I need to take some of those 2x2s or 1x2s down over on that side so I can prop them up against these beds. I'm not going to put the netting up until they're planted because I need to be able to get in there. I need to be able to put compost in there and then be able to plant. So, and then I'm going to have to ask Jean about this, but I do not remember tying that in a knot. So I am not sure what's going on there. I'm sure he didn't do it. I don't know, maybe I did it so that I didn't have to unplug it. I don't know, but that doesn't seem like something I do. But anyways, that's interesting. And then I just need to clean this up. So I'm going to get after it. I don't think I'm going to put you on time lapse. It's just clean up, so. Okay, I've got them pretty well cleared out. And I did get neem oil sprayed. There was no honeybees in this area, only wasps. So that wasn't hurting my feelings any. And then this bed I got raked pretty good. I need to be able to move that drip line, and yeah, the chickens have been in here and I won't be able to keep them out, so there's no point in trying to level up per se if I can't keep the chickens out while I'm gone. So I'm just going to leave it, and then I'll just fill it in with compost. So I'm hoping a yard will do all 4 of these beds. If anything, I need it to do these 3 beds for sure. The 2, there's one more over there I need to bring in. These 2, and then top off those beds. So I'm hoping that it'll do it. I might get 1.5 yards because I want them pretty full because I want them amended really good. So not sure what this is growing over here. Is that a potato? Oh, there's a potato. That's funny. That's super funny. All the little guys left over. Oh, and there's a snack. Don't mind if I do. And these haven't been sprayed, so I'm just going to eat them. So I need to get me a glass of water, and then I'm going to go get the ranch truck and go get me some compost. So I'll see you in a little bit. Don't know how bumpy this is going to be, but getting ready to pull into the nursery yard up here. So they've got piles and piles and piles of stuff they work on and then they create. So pretty awesome. So that's the stuff I think I'm going to get right there. Let's see what it has in it. Let's see. It's called Vina Gold. Let's see, it has peat moss, forest humus, premium garden humus, worm castings, Alaska humus soil, Dr. E's biologically engineered compost, Mendo peat, mushroom compost, rice hulls, poultry litter, #1 vinyl loam, biochar, oyster shell, humic acid, and all natural horticultural pumice stone. And it's a proprietary blend of CDFA organic approved micro, macro, and biological enrichments. It's a ultra premium garden soil, high intensity container blend, replacement for expensive low quality bag soils, and all natural plant amendment. So that's what I think I'm going to get. I'm going to get 1.5 yards, I think. So anyways, I'm going to go over and get that taken care of and go from there. So I'll show you when it's getting loaded and when we get home. Okay, the owner, she's the one who rang me up and she's the one loading me up, so very cool. think that's a half of a yard bucket, so we'll see if she's gonna do 3 of those. But she's my kind of gal. I need to get me one of those. Tell Jean. Get me one of those. I'm not sure enough a yard and a half is going to be enough. Well, I'll make it work, so. The darn tailgate's leaking. Oh well. I don't have a shovel, so it is what it is. Yeah, I think it's going to be 3 of those. That's fine. I'll make it work. If I have to come get more, I'll come get more. But yeah, it's so much cheaper doing it this way. Yep, so much cheaper doing it this way. So I think that's it. Okay, we're home. I didn't film it, but I used a shovel. They let me borrow a shovel to scoop up what was on the ground, and then I just used a towel to block the gap in the tailgate. So then I drove really slow home. Anyway, so Jean's home for lunch, and I just had a quick lunch real quick. But I'm going to start taking some wheelbarrow loads out to those garden beds real quick. And then he and I will probably get started on the roof of the goat structure. So, and then I'll, when he goes back to work, if we have time after the goat structure, then I will unload this onto the ground right there. I have some cardboard that I'll put on the ground to keep it separated from the ground for right now, until I can get it loaded into all the beds. So I will get you guys set up and get it going, but it's just basically moving dirt to raised beds, so you don't need to watch all that. Okay, whoops, excuse the shadow. This is the bed next to the tomatoes. It took a lot. It took 5 loads, wheelbarrow loads, and I think because it had onions in it when I was amending the other beds, because this bed only took 2. So I've got the water relayed out there, and I just need to lay the water here. And then I'm gonna plant real quick. Gene's still at work. He had to go back to work after lunch after all. So, and it's a little too windy for us to be laying that tar paper on the roof. So I'm just gonna plant plants, and then I'm gonna get those braces put up and then the netting put up on this one, so the chickens will stay out of this one, and the nettings will, or the chickens will stay out of this one because it already has netting. So, but yeah, there is wasp and bees, yellow jackets, whatever, hornets. All 3 of them actually are in here. I think they're going after water, which is funny because we have a trough down the hill and we have a sump down there full of water. So it's interesting. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go get my plants and then get some Biotone starter fertilizer and get some plants in. I'm going to put all the broccoli in here, and the cauliflower, and the cauliflower in this one. It'll be less, but that's okay. I'll fill in the blanks with the broccoli, because I think I can only do I'm not sure, maybe 16. That's kind of pushing it. We'll see if I can do 12, because I have 24. So I might try to get 16 in here, 8 on each side, or do some down the middle too. So because I do have the emitters, and I can just take this middle one and just put it down the middle, so I might do that to utilize the middle space, and that way I can finish off the broccoli on this side and then the cauliflower. So we will see how far I get. Okay, I went ahead and got all the drips situated over here. And then all of them, I thought there was 2 different kinds, but I remember I like the Green Magic. That's what seeds I was starting. So, see, Green Magic. Oh, that's better. Let's see. full sun, spacing 2 feet apart. Maturity 57 days after planting. So 60 days from today, so the middle of October. So in theory, the middle of December, but it's usually about January. That's because the light and the coolness. So yeah, and these were just from Home Depot. That's what I had to do, so it's what I did. Like I said, I'd rather walk out to my garden and get food than have to drive to the store to get food. If I'm going, that's fine, but if I want something right now, I want to be able to do it or preserve it one way or another, kind of all at once. So anyways, and I think there's 24 plants. I think they'll all fit in here. This is a 3 by 12 bed. So if I do 12 on one side, well, that's not putting them 2 feet apart. That's putting them a foot apart. So that's just how it's going to go. But I am going to do some in the middle. So I might stagger them, you know, kind of in a V pattern or X pattern. So we'll just see how it goes. Okay, I fit all 24 plants in there. I tried to stagger them the best I could, but I think they'll be all right. So anyways, I'm going to get these watered in, and then that way they get a drink of water. I watered them this morning, but they were already dried out. So then I'm going to get the cauliflower and the just cauliflower planted in here, and get those watered in, and then I'll test the water to make sure they're all working. So I've already had to fight chickens. I put 2 in jail. So I'm getting these planted as fast as I can. I'm going to go get the drill and get those stakes put up, and then go inside and get the netting. Yeah, the chickens would have decimated them overnight. So yeah, the netting comes up this high, so I'm hoping to get it up high enough to where they can't jump in. One of the chickens just tried to jump in over on this side, and she couldn't. So yep, I have 2 back in jail, and I'll let them out after I get everything all done. But I'm going to set you up on a time lapse so you can at least see the process. So excuse any of the squirreling or anything. So just here we go. So it really doesn't take very long once you kind of get going. But I'm just going to wet all of this, keep the chickens away. I'm just going to give everything a good drink of water. And the brand was, or the variety was, Snow Crown. It is 50 days to harvest, spread 2 feet apart, and it, let's see, it doesn't talk about itself blanching, but I think it does, so it'll be fine. If not, if I start to see that it's starting to yellow, what I'll do is I'll just take one of the outer leaves, and I'll just cover it up so it doesn't, excuse me, so that it doesn't, I don't know, fade it, I guess, or yellow it. So, anyways, I'm not giving it too much water because I'm going to test it, and then I need to get going on that netting before the rest of them catch wind that there's something planted. So, hang tight on that. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tomato clips, and I'm just going to clip the netting to the edge of these plastic hoops. I mean, because it goes all the way around, so might as well try it. And if it's not going to work, it's still the same amount of netting. I'll just use the 2x2s like I said I was going to do, but I'm going to try it with the netting, you know. No, because I want it on the outside because I don't want them to jump in. So never mind, back to plan A. Okay, I didn't do anything fancy. I didn't film it. I just used one screw and just drilled them in. It's just to wrap netting up. It's not to be fancy. It's not supposed to be permanent. So, and it'll be nice because now I can do frost cover a little bit easier too. So the garden netting that I'm using is, hopefully you can see this okay. It's from Amazon. Let's see if I can do this and still show you. So, oh, where are we? There we are. So yeah, it's just from Amazon. It's 7 by 100 feet, so there's plenty. And just gonna unwrap some and then just probably gonna zip tie it on, I guess. Just whatever's the easiest. And what's cool is it comes with zip ties and it comes with stakes. So I didn't have to go in the house to get any, I just have to go get some scissors. Okay, that was easy enough. Now I'm just gonna test the sprinkler system, and then I need to get a whole bunch of soil unloaded so I can take the truck back tonight. So alrighty guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up, but I hope you got something out of it, and hope you subscribe and do all that kind of stuff. I did connect the bird netting up top so that birds can't fly in. So, and I had plenty left, so if I need to, I'll do it on this bed too, just so they don't go down and peck them to death, or squirrels or mice get in there. I mean, mice can get in from underneath, but the chickens won't. So, all right guys, so remember to always be kind and do it makes you happy. Thanks guys. Bye.